This is a pretty impressive guy, and I've actually worked with him in the past. One of my favorite people, one of my favorite speakers, this is Mr. Wayne Eckerson.
Thank you for that introduction. I have an hypothesis that by 2025, there will be nearly an unbridgeable chasm between data laggards and data elites in our industry. Well, how do I cross the chasm? If we're on the laggard side or close to it, how do we get to that other bridge, that other side of the chasm before it's too late? So let me step back a little bit and talk about the evolution of data analytics, give you the big picture before we dive into some of the details. If you look at the history of this industry, as I've lived it for the last 25 years, I see three epochs. And now we're entering into the era of AI-driven decision-making, fueled by data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. And the value has gone from being a cost center to a value add to now, as I said earlier, a profit center. Those are hard, which is why a lot of companies are still stuck in that first era of analytics. We need to move to more real-time enterprise. And finally, we need an enterprise commitment to improving data and analytics literacy. In the era of augmented intelligence, which we've entered, we're going to let the machines do a lot of the heavy lifting, not only collect the data, but analyze it. What we're discovering as we deploy these AI models is that they're pretty darn good over time. As we mature those models and see what they can do, we begin to trust them more and more. So ultimately, the accuracy of these models is based on the volume of data, and not just any data, the volume of correlated data that has a high ratio of signal to noise. The interesting thing for me, because I've been in this space for a long, long time, is that we're applying AI to analysis, to business intelligence. And it's revolutioning what we do in our space. We're using AI to actually dig into the data automatically and surface the insights for the user. But the next revolution is coming fast and furious. We're going to use these algorithms to analyze tens of thousands of records, not just point in time, or tens of thousands of metrics, not just at one point in time, but continuously. Okay, a lot of big changes coming to the world of analytics thanks to AI. This is the AI-driven environment that we're about to enter. Well, what are they really saying when they say digital transformation? I have no idea. Let me give you a hint. They're saying we don't want to be disrupted because they're seeing what's going on in their industry and other industries, and it scares the bejesus out of them. Now, what they really need is not digital transformation strategy. Well, they need that, but they also need, first and foremost, a data strategy. The other amazing thing for our technical audience is that what they're doing in the background, they're taking data ops to the umpteenth degree. They're updating their models, their algorithms and models 8 times a day. Okay, that's really hard to do. Requires really robust data pipelines. And for them, it's all about data. More data means less risk. So insurance as an industry is moving from protection to prevention thanks to data and analytics. So the ultimate question for you and your company is whether you can join the data elite. And if you're an older company and not part of a startup, that's a really important question to answer. And we have to ask, is he right or is he wrong? How hard is it for an incumbent company with legacy systems and infrastructure and processes and applications to cross that divide and become part of the data elite? So I mentioned our little formula at the outset, P to the 4th plus D equals V. This is our value chain model and capabilities model. And what it's basically saying is that you need the right program, the right people, the right processes, the right platform, and the right data. And then you have a chance to cross that divide. And when you cross that divide, you'll have bottom line and top line benefits. You'll have re-engineered business processes, higher individual productivity all throughout, lower costs and risk. And also, you'll get top line benefits like higher customer loyalty, greater share of wallet. You'll generate new business models to bring you into new markets that you didn't know you could enter. And ultimately, you'll get higher revenues and profits. So it's not going to happen overnight. It may take multiple years, but if you're determined and committed, you'll eventually get there.